Hey everybody, in this video we're going to go over the communication that was just sent out on Thursday by the district and answer a couple frequently asked questions. If you got the email, I'm just going to jump right into this. Then you probably already know that this email was really all about sample schedules of what the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school students would have online coming up in a couple weeks. So I'm going to scroll right to the high school sample schedule and try to go through this as best I can. So if you remember in our last video, we talked about the structure of what the online day is going to look like. This is going to be a little bit more specific, and it breaks it down and gives it times and breaks and things like lunch and all of that good stuff. We don't have all of the details yet, but every time we release information or a video, you're going to have a little bit more information, and there's a lot, I'm sure, coming in the next 2 weeks. So let's look at the sample schedule for the AM cohort. This is, once again, remember we're breaking up the high school into an AM or a morning cohort and an afternoon cohort. And we don't have the details of how that's going to be done yet, but I promise you'll be aware of that soon. So here we go. On Monday, we'll call that an A day. You'll see the column here for Monday. These guys in the morning are going to start what's called an advisory session at 8 for about 15 minutes. I'm not exactly sure what the breakfast is all about, but we'll have more information about that soon. The advisory is just a check-in period for class number 1. Okay, so in this case, these kids are going to go to their class number 1, their first class of the day, at 8 o'clock, and their teacher may have some announcements for them. The school may have some announcements for them. It's really our way of getting information out to students and teachers. So it's an advisory, but it's really tacked on to the first class. Okay, so that's 8 o'clock to 8:15. The actual class time will begin at 8:15 and go for about an hour to 9:15. Guys will get a break for a couple minutes, go to the bathroom, stand up, stretch, and then class number 2 begins at 9:20 and goes till 10:20. Now this lunch period from 10:20 to 10:40, again, I'm not really exactly sure what the district is going for here, but my guess is that they're going to provide that time for students who want to come to campus and pick up like a sack lunch. If they have to, they can do that during those, I guess, 20 minutes, but don't hold me to that. We'll learn more about breakfast and lunch as we get information. And then PM, the afternoon, teachers will be expecting you guys to get assignments done online. And then at some point from 2:30 to 3:30, your teachers will be available either via email or phone or video conference to hopefully help you more one-on-one. Okay, so that's Monday. Tuesday, it's really the same thing, but instead of class 1 and class 2, you're going to have class 3 and class 4. Remember, guys, you have up to 4 classes. 9th and 10th graders should have 4. 11th and 12th graders, you may have 4, you may have 3, or you may have 2. Okay, so if you obviously have no class number 3, on Tuesday, you're not going to check in with advisory. You're not going to check in during that time. You're going to wait until, let's say, you have class number 4. Okay, so this is just a structure with times. Wednesday is going to be applied learning day, so it's going to be more of student-driven work by themselves. And then Thursday and Friday, we do it all over again. Okay, so we have an A day and a B day. And that's for the AM cohort, the morning cohort. Afternoon cohort is going to be basically the same type of thing. I'm going to come down with this here so you can see it. So it's the same type of thing, except you're going to be doing things in the afternoon. So your applied learning on an A day is going to be in the morning, and it's going to be hopefully 8 a.m. until about 11:30 or so, and you'll have some lunch. 12:05, and then you'll have some lunch. And then actually class number 1, which has an advisory attached to it, is the 12:05 to 12:25 start time. Now that's, again, your first class advisory, but also keep in mind it's lunchtime too. So again, this is where the details fall short. I don't know if advisory and lunch is going on at the same time here or what. But the advisory, kids are going to check in with that class number 1 at 12:05, and at 12:25 you'll have class start, and it'll go for an hour. You'll have a break, and then class 2 begins at 1:30, goes to 2:30, and then office hours will essentially start for teachers right away. Okay, so it's basically just taking what the AM cohort does in the morning and plugging it into the afternoon and flip-flopping the independent time. Wednesday will still be applied learning, and then Thursday, Friday, you're going back over the class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. If you did not get this email, or if you are not on the email list, please let us know, because we want to make sure that you get on this list because it's important information. So you can call the school and talk to Miss Wright in the main office. You can call counseling and talk to Miss Ellis, and she can plug in your email. You can email your counselor from the email address that you want us to plug into the system. But your accurate email has to be in our computer system so that we can get you our emails from the school or the district emails as well. If you're not getting these emails, something's wrong with either the current email we have, or we don't have an email for you at all. Okay, so call the main office, call the counseling office, or email your counselor and let them know you'd like to be added. Another question I'm getting is yearbooks for seniors last year or for students last year. So what I'm being told is the yearbook is just about done, if not done, and being shipped to us, and will be given out in early September. I don't have a date yet, but you can expect over the next week or 2 at the most to hear about how are we setting up yearbook drop-offs and kids who bought them versus kids who haven't. So that will be emailed out to you as well. And I think that's it for now, guys. I hope that was a good enough explanation, and I'll get you more details about this as we know them. See you next time.